Yeah, Buckner had an ankle. We got to find out more about it. I'm not sure whether it was high or low. So we got to find more about him fast. I know Burbridge had a hammy. I don't know the severities of it, but I know he wasn't good enough to come back in the game. Blair hurt his groin. Don't know the severities of that either. I don't think it's anything too serious. And Porter went out with his quad. All right, all about the same. I got to find more out on Buck with his ankle, though.
Did you get a report on Solomon? It looked like the medical staff was kind of working on his neck.
I didn't. They never told me anything about him, so I didn't see that.
It wasn't the same ankle that he was dealing with.
I don't know if it was the same. They said it could be different, but all I heard was it could be.
Kyle, it's tough after preseason game to know what the big takeaways, but there were 17 penalties. I assume as the head coach, you're like, okay, that's one thing that we're not going to tolerate.
Yeah, 131 yards of penalties is tough to overcome. Yeah, that was frustrating throughout the game. Expected a little bit going into the first preseason game, but definitely was disappointed with that much. We've had them in practice too. Something to just talk to the team about. Something we got to definitely get better at and clean up on Monday.
Overall, again, being preseason, what are you better or worse than you thought? Or
No, I didn't really go into it with exact expectations. I just want to see how guys played, and I was happy with the guys, how they battled. To get a win is important. I don't care where it is. I was glad the guys fought through and got a win. I was glad the way we played in the second half. It was frustrating how we started out. Especially the offense. You get that first third down, and it's called back because of a penalty. Then you're in a non-manageable third down, so you end up going 3 and out. Next time we got it after that turnover, you'd like to score, especially with Richard getting it to us, I think, close to the red zone. Had a 3rd and 5. I think we came up short just going to Curley right there. That was really the rest of their day. And the defense, just giving up that big go route at the beginning, especially in a coverage we need to stay on top on. What I was happy about with Richard was that he came back and got a pick. But definitely some stuff we can clean up.
they went after Richard a fair amount. Obviously that's what he can expect.
Yeah.
Probably he was not his greatest performance. What was your assessment of that?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt they came after him early. Richard, I've gone against him before. He's aggressive, and if you don't back him up, he's not going to back up. And they went after him early, and it was a good thing that they did on their standpoint because he wasn't backing up, and they made him change that. And we got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
How did it go for you, Kyle, just being in a new role and on the sideline, or you got the play sheet, and then you also kind of have to see what the defense is going to peak every once in a while?
Yeah. It's a work in progress. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was the same as usual, calling plays and doing everything I've done down there. But it definitely was different. Trying to carry all those thoughts with offense and then having to peek up at the score, having to watch the time, having to watch the defense. I think some series did it better than others. Also, with so many guys subbing in and out, having to pay attention to how long we're keeping them in and things like that. It was definitely a challenge, but I enjoyed it. Glad we got 3 more of them, and hopefully I'll get better at it each week. We wanted them to play more than the other starters, but we didn't want them to play as much as they did. We had some injuries that happened in the game. I know when Blair went out, we had to get Solomon back in for a little bit. I know the injuries we've had at linebacker too over the last few days. With, I think the two new linebackers we brought in have only been here for a couple practices. They went out a couple times in the game too. We were trying not to have them in too long, so that kept Ruben out there a little bit more. We wanted them to play a lot because they're rookies and we wanted them to get on the field, but they had to go a little bit more than we expected because of injuries.
Solomon was active throughout the game. I mean, did that catch your attention on the sideline?
Yeah, I noticed him big on 2 plays. There was one I looked up and I thought he just had a little bit of hesitation where I thought he could have killed a guy. Not literally, but hit him physically. And I'll see on the tape if that was right, but I thought he hesitated a little bit, and it was good to see. I looked up again later the next quarter, and I thought he had the same look, and that was when he had 0 hesitation. I thought he just ran right through a guy and took him to the sideline. So the little that I did see of the defense, I was impressed with him, and I'll be able to tell you a lot more after I get on this plane.
When you drafted CJ, you talked about kind of his toughness, his willingness to stay in there and take a hit, and that showed up on that touchdown. What did you see from that, and just how he hung in there knowing he was going to take a hit?
Yeah, that's really all I watched on that play. We had went to Bourne on a couple routes in a row. We knew the corner was squatting on him. Well, that's why we felt he defended the speed out that we had to play before that, and we thought we could get by him, but we were very nervous we could hold up that long. So all I watched was CJ, and I thought they got an edge in our protection, and he did a good job moving around just to create just enough time to get it off. And it was a hell of a route getting open, and it was a great job by CJ finding the way to get the time to let it develop. I thought they all did a good job. You know, we never got a chance to get Carlos in a rhythm, or really the whole first offense. But you know, Joe, Matt, even Raheem there at the end. I thought all of them ran real hard. They had a couple good looks that they didn't miss, and when they had a couple bad looks, I thought they still got more than it was blocked for. The guys ran hard, broke some tackles, and I was really impressed with the guys at the end, being able to. I don't know exactly how many minutes we ran off the clock, but it seemed like 7, I think, to go in there. I thought the guys blocked well, and there was a few plays where I thought we were going to get a 1-yard gain, and it seemed like we got about 6. So I thought Raheem really finished a strong running.
Couple more. 2 of your team captain choices seem like easy choices. The third one, Aaron Burbridge. Why go with him?
I just, you know, we're going to switch it up each preseason game before we get to the regular season, and I wanted to pick some players that had been here, and so I picked the obvious one, I think, on offense, the obvious one on defense, and you know, our kicker's new, and I asked Hightower, who's the guy who's been here the most and done the best for the last few years, and he told me Burbridge, and saw that a lot on tape from last year. He's done a good job playing special teams, and he's been known around the league for that too, so that's why I went with him.
All right, guys, we got Brian Hoyer here.
Yeah, I got to improve on that. Yeah, I know. There's no doubt. I want to blame it on someone else, but I can't. I got to accept it. All right, thanks, guys.